This is 41 Today on 41 NBC.
Welcome back. Terez Finney is a Middle Georgian. He's a podcaster and a football player turned MMA fighter who's made history in a big way. He's here in the studio to talk about what that history is and the road it took to get there. Thank you so much for joining us, Terez. So I have a question here. You're not just called Terez Finney. You're known as Punisher, a different name.
The Punisher, yes, sir.
The Punisher. He corrected me, y'all. Okay, so where did that name come from? How did it originate?
Well, it's funny, me, obviously I was born here in Macon, Georgia, and, I went to Jones County High School,
Yep.
and when I was wrestling in middle school, I was taking the kids down, a little similar to how I'm doing it now in MMA, and one of the parents like, man, you're punishing those kids, and I'm a big wrestling fan and
Yep.
big WWE fan, and I was like, man, I got to have me a name. And I'm also a big Marvel fan, so I was like, I'm gonna go with the Punisher. So and this on all of my YouTube videos ever since I've been young. With like any school I wrestle, I'll put the Punisher versus. So it'll be. I've been having that for a long time. Little did I know that will be sticking with me for this long.
Well, you've been the Punisher for quite some time. I also heard that your favorite WWE star is The Undertaker, right?
Yes, it is. It is. That's right.
Okay, all right. So take me back to you being a kid as an athlete. You were playing both football and you were also playing wrestling too in Jones County High School. Did you ever think that your athletic journey would take you to this space as an MMA fighter? Did you ever see that happening?
Not a chance. I never once thought I would be an MMA fighter. I have been blessed to, find this path right when I got done graduating from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. And I just felt personally that my athletic career wasn't over. I always talk about I can work out. But it's the difference between working out and then working out for a purpose, working out to compete. And I knew I still can compete. And I found it, went to Agoge Combatives, shout out to Agoge, that's my team. Coach Matt Harris, Larry Scott, Sterling Peace, those guys have instilled in me, a lot of moves and skill set to help me be able to go out and show that I am amongst one of the best in the world. And, I get opportunity to do that every single time I step into the cage.
You mentioned your alma mater, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. You had a scholarship there for playing football, and was it wrestling too?
Yes, I got offered to scholarship in wrestling. I actually walked on a football team, but eventually earned a scholarship. And yes, and literally, I'm about to say, I actually, with me fighting MMA now, I actually probably should have wrestled a little bit more, but it was good. It's good. I enjoy all the experiences I've been given.
Well, you got to the end of your college career, and you said that the NFL was out of the question for you. And then you kind of moved into boxing. What was that process like, and why did you make that decision?
Well, I moved into boxing because I had an injury in football, and it was something that kept me active. And then one of the guys at the gym was like, hey, man, you should come to Agoge. I think the way that you told me you got a wrestling background, I think you'll mix it up, your boxing a little bit, try it out. The first day I went to Agoge, hey, it was quick. All it took was for me to have that one day, and I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do in my life. And then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, every single day, I was, watching the MMA videos, practicing in my room, because we couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So I said, this is what I want to do, MMA.
2020, with those years, you have become undefeated.
Yes, sir.
Come on now. And then you made history as the first Middle Georgian to compete in the UFC Contender Series. So can you talk to me about what that experience was like, and what did you learn from that experience?
Yeah, the Contender Series was phenomenal, man. I really enjoyed the whole process. They did the whole, the promo vid, the video crew. They took care of us, slow us down. Me and my sponsors, they helped me out a lot as well, and all my team and coaches. My family came with me as well, and we enjoyed the entire process. Fighting on the Contender Series, you don't get a walkout music. You just walk in and you fight. In front of Dana. They spice it up a little bit, but I enjoyed the entire experience. I knew I was meant for the moment. I knew I was going to go in there and be able to handle business. First round started a little shaky, but second round I went in there and did exactly what the game plan was supposed to be. So.
That's what it takes, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And thank you for tuning into this interview. We'll be right back.